Hello students, we have been discussing biological classification, which is the second chapter of class 11 biology. Today we will discuss about kingdom Monera. So before moving further, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. So let's discuss the main characteristics of kingdom Monera. What are that? They are most abundant organisms. They are most abundant organisms and they are found everywhere. They are found everywhere. So, kingdom Monera, what are the main characteristics? They are the most abundant organisms, and the second one, they are found everywhere, and the sole member of kingdom Monera is bacteria. So, if we discuss the main characteristics of kingdom Monera, it is the most abundant organisms. It is found everywhere. You can find them everywhere, and the sole member of kingdom Monera is bacteria. On the basis of shape, bacteria are divided into 4 categories. On the basis of shape, bacteria are divided into 4 categories. What are those 4 categories? First, it is the spherical coccus. The shape of coccus. Second one is the rod-shaped bacillus. Rod-shaped bacillus. The rod-shaped bacillus. Third one is the comma-shaped vibrio. The comma-shaped vibrium or vibrio. Comma-shaped vibrium or vibrio. And the fourth one is the spiral-shaped spiralum. The spiral-shaped spiralum. This is the flagella. So on the basis of shape, bacteria is divided into 4 categories. The first one, spherical coccus, spherical shaped. The rod-shaped bacillus, rod-shaped. Comma-shaped vibrium, comma-shaped vibrium, and the spiral-shaped spiralum. This is the spiral-shaped spiralum. Now, Monera has 2 groups. 2 major groups. What are those major groups? The first one is Archaebacteria, and the second one is eubacteria. Today we will concentrate on Archaebacteria only. It differs from Archaebacteria. It differs from other bacteria. It differs from other bacteria. It differs from other bacteria due to different cell wall structure. It differs from other bacteria due to different cell wall structure, and this different cell wall structure helps them to survive in extreme harsh conditions. Survive them in extreme harsh and unfavorable conditions. So Archaebacteria, these differ from other bacteria due to different cell wall structure. This different cell wall structure helps them to survive in harsh, unfavorable conditions. अब they include Archaebacteria includes, first of all, halophils. Halophils are found in extremely salty areas, extreme salty areas, these are salt loving organisms. Halophils. The second one is thermoacidophils. And they are found in hot springs. The next one is methanogens. The third one is methanogens. They live in marshy areas. And they are found in the guts of ruminant animals such as cows, buffaloes, etc. These methanogens are found in marshy areas and also in the guts of ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes, and these are responsible for the production of biogas or gobar gas, methane biogas. And how is methane prepared? From the dung of these ruminant animals. So Archaebacteria, they differ from other bacteria. Due to their different cell wall structure. Which helps them to survive in harsh and unfavorable conditions. So in these unfavorable and harsh conditions, the Archaebacteria, they survive due to different cell wall structure. And these are divided into, or they include, halophils, thermoacidophils and methanogens. Halophils, these are salt living bacteria and they are found in salty areas. Thermoacidophils, they live in hot springs, And methanogens, they live in marshy areas, दलदल वाला क्षेत्र, okay, in marshy areas and in guts of ruminant animals, in the guts of ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes. So methanogens, they live in marshy areas and also in the guts of ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes. And the methanogens, they are responsible for the production of biogas. Methanogens, they are responsible for the production of biogas methane, and this biogas methane is produced from the dung of these ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes. So for today it's sufficient. We will move to the next one, that is eubacteria, in the second video. Until then, keep studying biology and never ever forget to subscribe my channel and like and share my videos.